Oh hey, good morning. Yeah, iron up my tires. The 2025 F350 Tremor, Superduty, Ford, yeah, all those things. I ironed these down for a better ride and a little better handling. So iron them back up. Going to do a little bit of towing today, kind of see how it does. I think the max PSI on the rear is 75 and 65 on the front, or 60 on the front. I can't remember now. I have to look in the door and see, but we're almost there. We'll see how this thing does. First towing just the Gooseneck empty, which is probably right around 9,000 pounds. I think it's like 88 something. And then I got, all the chains and binders and winch and stuff like that on there. So we'll see how it does. I say it's around 9,000 pounds. So we'll see how it does towing that first, and then we'll throw the excavator on there and see what it does. So let's get to it. So I'm lined up pretty good there. There's no weight on the truck yet from the trailer, so I'm going to kind of see how much it drops here. So right now, we'll say about 44 to the inside edge of this wheel well. So it looked like it squatted quite a bit. So what I say, 44? Looks like about 42 and an eighth now. So almost 2 inches. 1 7/8. So, and the tires, I put like 70 pound in the rear. It's got a little squish to it. But yeah, I still feel like maybe we need to raise the neck of the gooseneck up one hole, because it's sitting a lot lower than the dually. And if I put the excavator on there, obviously it's going to be more weight. It's not touching the overload yet. I'll show you here. So you see the overload springs, it's not even touching yet. The leaf pack, you can tell it's squished quite a bit. So I can't see a weight on it. Just by going by the measurements, looks like I was wrong. It weighs about 8,000 pounds. So yeah, let's see how this thing does with just the empty trailer on it. So finally, I think we're ready here. Let's take a look at this while it's hooked up here. And so it don't look too much kind of tongue down, and the truck don't look squatted too bad. So better than I thought. I guess we're sitting a little rear high anyway in these trucks. So there's no real way for me to measure the trailer, but we'll try here. I mean, I'm measuring onto the ground in the dirt, so not going to be accurate at all. Front of the trailer is, looks like 35 3/4 roughly. So 34.5. So maybe we are setting just a smidge tongue high, which is what we wanted. So now with the excavator on there, that's obviously going to squat a lot more. You know, this truck is still 3500, but it's a lot softer than the dually. So we still may have to raise that up, but we'll just look at that here in a few. So yeah, let's test her out. So I'm gonna put this on this truck info. Maybe not. Let's see. Truck info. And I want to see these percentages here. So I'm in manual 1. I got the gain set to 2, I think. 2 or 2.5. Stay out of the ditch. The trailer will be doing all right. Difference. I know I'm going to miss the exhaust brake from the Ram, but I don't know how much engine braking I'll get from this gas engine. I mean, we'll see, but more narrow. Downhill. Now we're down about 5%. Big old hole in the road. So first gear, second gear, steep as I seen there, almost 20 mile an hour. Don't have the power of the diesel obviously, but wasn't bad. Yeah, I feel like it could have had a little more get up and go to it. Swing it, I'd run over in the culvert. Don't want to bust a tire. Don't like that you can't turn that hill start assist off. Like I'm outrunning it, already trying to pull through the brakes, waiting for it to disengage. So I'm not sure what kind of RPMs we get out of first gear, but I'm in manual first gear. And we got up to 10 mile an hour, a little over 2 grand. So I can't remember what the Cummins did now, or the Ram did, as far as RPM, because I would lock it into first gear coming up through there and it as well. Mile an hour, got up a little closer to 3 grand. I didn't look at the percentage on the how steep that was just then either. Well, nothing got too warm so far, but I mean, you seen that was just a quick little trip there. Yeah. Turn around and we'll load the excavator up and see how it does. Alright, before I forget, let's measure. So I got about 42 1/4. So 42 1/4. Let's see what this excavator does. Make sure there ain't a snake in here. fueling this thing. We'll top it off here shortly. Now, I didn't scotch the truck or the trailer. We'll see how bad it moves around. But it is in four-wheel drive, and the park brake is locked on the truck. And that's normally how I loaded the ram, the dually. So not sure how much heavier the mower is than a bucket on the excavator, but normally I had the bucket on here and the hammerland on the trailer. So we'll see if the wheels come off the ground on the truck in the video, because I couldn't really tell. I could tell it was pretty high up there. Now there's about where I would put the excavator when I had the dually. That's about right there. And then this, we're gonna have to fold the ramps up first, so that'll be a little different, but we'll go ahead and do that real quick. That's about where I would normally have the blade, right at that tie strap. I'll leave it running. We'll see if we need to move it around a little bit when we try to chain her down here. Alright, so we are touching the overloads, looks like. I said 42 1/4 is what it was. We're now at 40, about 40 1/2. So what do we start off at? 44. So we're squished pretty good. The trailer does look like it's downhill toward the nose. $32 to the top of the rub rail. $34 1/2. So we definitely need to raise the trailer up when it's on the truck. The truck don't look too bad. It is squatted a little in the rear, but not horrible bad. But I think we should raise the hitch up on the front of the trailer. I believe that'll be a little more beneficial. Yeah, it probably needs maybe some timberings or some airbags. It's, you know, a little squished, but oh well. I don't think it's horrible yet. Let's see what the other side looks like. Yeah, barely touching the overloads over here as well. So let's move around a little bit. We'll take a couple more measurements and make sure the trailer is for sure nose down. Just by looking at it, I believe it is. So we could take a little more weight off the truck by bringing the excavator back a little bit. That's just where I normally loaded it on the dually. So yeah, not a problem, but we can try that out. So let's move it around a little bit and check our measurements here. So I got the gain a little higher on this trailer than what I would normally have on the dually. I'm on 3.5 right now. In the dually I would run like 2. Not too bad there. I mean the dually had bigger brakes, so that's a given. I turned the gain on up to 4. Looks like about 33.5. $34.25. So 3/4 of an inch. Not bad. I'm curious if I start down my driveway if those landing jacks or will hit the ground, because they're pretty low. And I think if I adjust this up, it's 2 inches in the front automatically. So before we adjust that, we'll back the excavator up, see if we can't get rid of some of the tongue weight, and kind of go from there. So let's remeasure this. It's like 40 3/4. It is sitting on the overload springs. Let's pull the excavator back toward the rear of the trailer a little bit. I might have backed up a foot, maybe. I can't really tell. And I forgot to set the blade down. But let's see. On this side we got 33 3/4 to the top of the rub rail, and 35. So that's probably the ground differences. Maybe leaning this way a little bit too. So 33, about 33.5 still. And 34. So maybe helped a little bit. I already forgot what this measurement was, but it still looks like it's touching the overloads. About 41. Like I said, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, we can go on back and see what it does, so let's try that. I don't want to not have enough tongue weight. You know, that probably wouldn't be too good, but I'd imagine we still got some tongue weight. Maybe we'll spin the carousel around on the excavator and try to haul it that way, see what it does. Go back just a little bit there, and then can't fit up there with this thing just yet. If I had the bucket on there, it probably would. Still gonna have to sit back here with this. Yeah, it looks like I'm back about 2 foot from where I was. Yeah, 2 foot. So, yeah, still about 33.5. Oh. About 34. What'd I say this was? 42. Okay, now we're actually off, just a fuzz off the overload, looks like. Or 41, so we're 41 and about 3/8 now. So I said 41 the first time, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's not touching the front of the overload there. So really didn't raise the trailer up much by moving the excavator back. But it did level the truck out a little bit, maybe. A little bit better. And we can go on back. I just don't want to go too light on the tongue weight. We can try that there, I guess, and see. So let's strap this down and we'll see how she does. We'll go up down the hill with this. Tons of waspers in there. And of course the bug sprays or the wasp killer is all the way out the house. So we'll grab that. Because there's a bunch of them. There we go. I think we soaked them all down good enough. Oh. Okay. Now let's see if we can bind this thing down. Okay, so loaded up, strapped down, fingers crossed this goes well. So let's just do it. Okay, so here's the first toe. Everything is warmed up where it should be, I guess. Just to be safe, we'll give us a little more trailer brake. So I got 4.5 on the gain. See how that does. I'm in 4 high, manual first gear. Should be good to go. Nothing really. I don't know if I'm just, you know, a little more on the edge because this is the first tow with this truck, but the brakes are, you know, a little weaker. I can tell that much. I had to do this with the dually too. The power company put a guide wire basically right where I need to swing for some reason. I would like that to be moved. Maybe one of these days I can talk them into doing something. But there we go. Around that. Stay out of the ditch and keep from hitting the bank, and it's tight. So this truck seems to want to freewheel a lot easier than the diesel. I don't know if that's transmission related or just in the software programming itself, but go to 2-wheel high now. We're on the black top. I'm still in tow haul mode. Gain is still on 4.5. Let's give ourselves a couple of gears here. There's third. Brakes are okay. Like I say, we are running a little more gain. Leaving it locked in third. There's second gear. Okay, brakes are okay. I'm riding them an awful lot though, but they're still okay. Them dual rear wheels do give you a little more traction. I got grippier tires on this thing, but still was spinning trying to back up there. So we're in first gear, manual. Let's go to the truck info. We'll just leave it in first gear this time. No, 1 second. Okay. No, the truck don't want a second. Alright. So, 4-wheel drive. First gear. Spinning out on the hill. Back to auto. Yeah. So, don't got the power for second gear, towing the excavator up through there. So now we're gonna go back up gravel. And I'm in 4-wheel drive. Let's lock the rear on that too. First gear. Get us some speed. A lot more. the truck's a little bit lighter too, and you know, obviously the excavator's moved back, so that does take some of my tongue weight. I don't know if that's too much tongue weight gone, but it don't seem like it. Seems like it's got enough, but you know, maybe that's contributing to the spinning. But it is raining, you know, roads are wet. Now let's see what transmission 225, engine coolant 205, engine oil is 203. So there's manual first gear. Let's try the driveway. It's not lacking it. Might just make it. Alright, so why does that do that? I don't need all these friggin' things popping up. Look at this. Alright, coolant 207, trans 225, oil temp 210. I mean, the transmission temperature didn't go up. Now, the Eisen always ran like 165, but you know, whenever I'd come up through some of these roads, I'd get it up to 200 easily. So I'm wondering if, you know, I know these transmissions run hotter in these trucks, but is it slipping any and causing it to be any hotter? I don't know. And why do I need to lock out my screen when I take my seatbelt off? That's dumb. All right, so I can smell the warmth on the truck. Obviously does not tow as good as the Cummins with the Eisen, but it towed it, so I can't say anything bad. It's, you know, I knew this going in that it's a lighter truck, you know, gas engine. I can't complain. It done kind of what I thought, and it done it. So I mean, that's pushing 20,000 pounds, and well, you seen how steep that hill was. It's pretty steep, so can't really fault it for that. That's it's pretty good actually. So I can tow the excavator around and get it where I need to, so don't have to downsize the excavator or anything. I still would like to downsize the trailer. I mean, that probably would help some. I don't need that big or heavy of a trailer, so we may look into doing that, getting us a lighter trailer. Not sure about a bumper pull because of tongue weight. So, you know, if you get a bumper pull, it ain't gonna have much tongue weight at all. I mean, will it come up my driveway? I don't even know. You know, it might spin out for sure with a bumper pull. I don't know. If any of you guys know, let me know. If you've had experience with that, going up a big hill, steep, loose hill with a similar weight with a bumper pull and a gooseneck, let me know if it spun more with the bumper pull or if there was really no difference. So yeah, let me know. But anyway, I'm gonna get this thing unloaded here and put this stuff back up. Keep sprinkling the rain off and on me, so try to get in out of the rain. But yeah, I'm happy. You know, yeah, I wish it would do diesel work with the gas engine, but you know, you can't expect that. So no turbo. I mean, you know, there's gonna be a difference. So did it do bad? No, it's does good for a gas engine, so I can't complain on it there, can't fault it, and it's gonna do what I need to do, so I'm still happy with the truck. So anyway, let's get in here and go on something else.